Okay, so in last class we were talking about the BADI, how we can identify a BADI and how we can implement a BADI. That's what we are talking about in our last class. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll try to implement the BADI in today's class. So yesterday we have created one notepad. There we have listed out all the BADI. That notepad, I think I didn't save it. So let's find it quickly once again. Okay, it will be a kind of revision how we can identify. So let's go to the MM01 transaction. And what actually we want to do, our requirement is to create a material. Okay, and once we create a material, while creating the material, I want to make some field mandatory over here. For example, I want to mark this division field as a mandatory field. Okay, so just I'm giving this test. Base unit of measure is EA. Okay, /o AC24 and CL exit handler CL underscore exit. Just remember, this is very important interview question. CL exit handler. Click on this display button, get instance, double click on get instance and put the breakpoint over here. Get class name by interface. Okay. Now click on this save button. And once you click on the save button, because while clicking on the save button, I want to identify the list of BADIs. Okay. So here exit name is this BADI GTIN variant. Let's keep on noting down, Control V, and I'm not interested in some system debugging or update debugging. I'm just going to remove this update debugging, just save it. Okay. And press F8. And this time another BADI came. Note down this BADI as well. So like that, you can identify the list of BADI material. Check. This seems to be the relevant BADI, because while saving, I would like to check the material BADI layer. Okay. Control V and then press F8. Similarly, some list of BADI you will have to note it down, and from that list of BADI you will have to identify, you will have to identify the BADI which can meet your requirement, which can fulfill your requirement. Okay, so this is the first step, and once you identify all list of BADI, you will have to read out its description and you will have to check whether it's going to meet your expectation or not. Your material got created, right? And by this point of time, you have noted all list of BADIs. Now, this you came to know that after clicking on the save button, these are the BADIs are coming into the flow. Okay, these are the BADI coming into the road. Okay, coming into the flows. So one of the BADI will have to identify where you can apply your material check. So this one looks to be very relevant for me. So what you can do, whichever looks very relevant for you, you can first try for that and check if it is going to meet your expectation, meet your requirement or not. Go to AC18. Once again, this is very important transaction. AC18 and AC19. AC18 and AC19. SE18 and SE19. Please remember this one, very important transaction. SE18 and SE19. SE18 and SE19. What you will have to do over here, okay? There are actually two kind of BADI. In BADI also, there are two types of BADI. Okay, if you talk about the BADI is also of two types. One is classical BADI means the old BADI. Okay, and another is the new BADI. Classical BADI is also known as the old BADI, and new BADI is also known as the kernel BADI. So SAP SAP operating system is known as the kernel. Like we are working on some system, and here our operating system is what? We are having the operating system as Windows, Windows 10 we are having here, the operating system. Similarly, SAP is having also their environment, and the environment is known as the kernel where everything is installed. So directly at their SAP kernel level, the new BADI is implemented. Okay, and the old BADI is implemented at the application layer. So it is implemented at application layer. This is implemented at application layer. Then the second, it is comparatively or relatively slow. Okay. Here, under this new BADI, if you compare with the old BADI, it is implemented at the kernel level. So it's known as kernel BADI also. It's implemented at kernel level. It's implemented at kernel level. Okay, it's very fast. It's very fast because it's directly implemented at core level. Kernel is nothing but core of the SAP. Okay, like in computer system, CPU is the core, right? CPU is having the processing processor is the core of the CPU. Similarly, the kernel is the core of the SAP software. Okay, so it's very fast because this BADI is implemented at kernel level. This is the new concept. This is the old technology. Classical BADI is the old technology, and the new BADI is the new BADI or kernel BADI is the new technology. Okay. And here some another differences also are there. First I will explain over there practically, and then I will list it down over here. Okay. So this is a sorry, yeah. So this is one part, and this is another part. Two types of BADI. Two types of BADI we have. Okay. Come over here. Here you can see the two option over here, right? Here you can see you have the two option. One is the BADI name, and another is the enhancement spot. All the new BADI comes under the enhancement spot. If you remember, implicit enhancement, explicit enhancement, new BADI, these all are the concept which comes under the enhancement spot. Okay, one spot is created for the purpose of enhancement. So new BADI is also one enhancement spot. So if you are working with the new BADI, then you will have to choose this enhancement spot option. If you are using with the classical BADI, you will have to choose the second option. Okay, you will have to choose this second option for the classical BADI. Classical BADI. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, because we are supposed to work with the classical BADI. Whatever we have seen till now, this we are discussing about the classical BADI. Nowadays, in the current scenario also, it is very much relevant. It is very widely used, very widely used. It is not like that. It is old. Just name is old, but it is gold. Okay. It's very frequently used. So body name here, this body material check seems to be more relevant for me. So what I will do that I will put it over here and I will click on this display button. Okay, you can see that here also it is getting triggered. Okay, so this particular exit is going to be triggered for almost all the transaction, or I think for all the transaction, because everywhere, dynamically SAP has implemented their interface. So its work is to identify the body, and if there is some interface is there, that with the help of interface, all the class it is going. My work is completed for this, so I'm just going to remove from here so that it will not stop me every time. And I have clicked on the save button so that it will be permanently removed. Let's save it. And you can see that the definition of the body is displaying over here: body material check, enhance check for the material master table, right? That this is the property, this is the package, language. This is the last change by the SAP. That means SAP has created this particular body. Last change, all these 2002. And the last change is 2002. And here you can see that here, this is again one important point. Here you can observe the SAP internal. If this is ticked, you will not be able to use this body. If the second one is ticked, the meaning of that means this body can be implemented in multiple class. This body, the body which you are able to see over here, this can be used in multiple class. That means you can also create the multiple implementation of the same body in the multiple classes. And one other option here is the filter dependent body. If this option is ticked, then this body is known as the filter body. Okay, this body is known as the filter body. So if you want to get it trigger this particular body for some particular condition, right, then this filter body can be used. For example, suppose if you want to do this particular check for a particular country, then if it would have been the filter dependent body, then you can apply that particular condition directly over here itself. Directly here itself you can apply. Filter means where condition. We're just going to filter. Okay. Now we will see that whether this is going to fulfill our purpose or not. So here this body, you can see that this body is having a tab called interface. Click on this interface, and here this interface is having this method. Okay, check data, this, that, so many methods there, right? So what you will have to do, this check data seems to be, this check data seems to be for our use. You have to go one by one. So let's start from the first. We will see what are the field we require to check for that particular validation. If you see that field name will have to identify, let's go to once again MM01. Okay, and press enter. So this is the field division I'm talking about. Okay, any field you can consider. Click on this technical settings and Mara SPART. Okay, this is the field SPART. This is the field name, and the DINPRO field is Mara-SPART. I will have to identify under the parameter if some field called SPART is there or not. Okay, so click on this method, double click on this method, and here you have so many parameters, right? So many parameters you have. So this will have to click on this Mara every parameter type you will have to click and you have to just search it here as part is there or not, because I would like to get that particular value for validation. So that value must go there in that particular method, right? So here you can see that this as part is there. So this the structure, that means this method can be useful. Okay. So how to verify if it is useful or not? What we will implement this body, or we will check if some implementation has already there or not. So what you can do, put the cursor over here, or it is not required. Directly go to the implementation and click on this display button. Once you click on the display button, you can see over there that whichever is here in the here, for example, you can see these are the implementation which is there already. So whichever is not starting with Y or Z, okay, whichever is not starting with Y or Z, that means the SAP standard implementation means SAP has used for their own purpose. Okay. And this one is starting with Y, that means some another person like us has created the implementation for this particular body. Double click on this. Okay, you can see that this implementation is active. If it is active, then here you will see this text implementation will be called. Okay, you can go into the change mode and you can deactivate this implementation. Click on this deactivate button, and once you deactivate, you can see it is inactive, and here the text implementation will not be called. You can see means then the implementation means whatever the class and all these things, whatever it has been written, that will not be called. What I want, just I want to check if that particular method check data is going to fulfill our purpose or not. So the existing implementation I am going to use and check. So I have once again activated it and I'm going to check it. Okay, I have just activated it and I'm going to check it. Check data, double click on this check data, and I'll put the breakpoint over here, or you can write the code as well, because it's a Y or Z customer namespace. It's starting with Y. You can see Y or Z. Y is there. So either you can put the breakpoint or you can write the breakpoint over here. And now once again I'm going to create one material. So click on the save button, give some description over here, and this implementation will be called at this point of time. Click on this save, you can see the ABAP debugger is starting. Okay, and it stopped at this particular here, right? So in this method, click on this locals, the first this w underscore mara, where the mara was the type, just we have seen, and there is part was the field. So I will just go and check if a part field is there or not. Okay, so I'm just looking into the field. So here you can see a large number of field is there. So you have the nice tool over here called search. Click on the search, and here is part. Click on this OK, and you can see that it is search as part for you, and it is blank because no data is there at this point of time. Okay, so now click on this, just restart the transaction, restart, and this time what I will do that I will give some value so that I will check that this particular value is going over there or not. Okay, so division, select some division value 0 to, I'm just selecting, click on this and come over here, go to this locals w underscore mara and search that as part, and this time you can see that 0 is 2 is coming, right? So what we realized, what we identified, that this check data is the perfect method where I can write the code. Okay, because I'm getting the data, and what is my requirement? My requirement is to just validate if that particular S part field is present or not. So this is a very valid requirement and very frequently used requirement. Such kind of simple requirement you will come across, and sometimes you will get a complex requirement as well. So first step, you will have to identify the list of baddies. Okay, you have to check by the description which particular body is going to help you to achieve your requirement. Okay, so mostly till now I have seen this body material check is the frequently used one. Okay, then this EHSSS, it depends on your requirement. These all are the important one, but some of this body material difference, this is also frequently used one. Okay, so this is how you can identify based upon your requirement and choose the body. So I have choose this body material check. This is the one, this is the one which is going to help us, right? Because I have identified the body, what I will do that, so already someone has created some implementation, right? You can see that in customer exit, if already one implementation is there, you will not be able to create the another implementation. If you remember, in customer exit, if already one project is created, you will not be able to create the another project. Here the benefit is that if the body is of multiple use, you will be able to create the multiple implementation of the same body. That's the first benefit. Okay. Another benefit is the OOPS oriented concept, object oriented concept, which is able to handle the complex logic, complex lines of means lakhs lines of code. It is able to handle this coding becomes easy when you are going to use the OOPS concept, right? Fine. So now just go back. Once again, I'm going to tell you the flow. Very important to remember. You have to identify the list of body. Once you identify the list of body, what you will have to do, you have to go to AC18, and by giving the name of the body under the body name here, okay, under the body name here, all the body name. So whatever the process I have just told you, everything is for the old body, classical body. Okay, everything is for the classical body. So the things which I have written over here, this is for to identify the classical body. Okay, so here, so the question is how to identify identify the body. Okay, so generally people interviewer will ask you how to identify the body, and people gives the answer like this. You will have to give the answer like they give the answer like this. Go to CL exit handler, and second step, go inside the method called get instance, right? Get instance, and once you go this method, put the breakpoint on, get interface by class name, right? This was the name of the method, slash so AC24. So get underscore instance and get class name by interface. This is the static method, you can see. Okay, so put the breakpoint on get class name by interface, and you will have to list down all the possible baddies. So whatever we are doing over here, so by default, if someone is asking you how to identify the body, by default, their meaning is classical body. They are talking about the classical body. Okay, classical body, because this is frequently used body. This classical body is the frequently used body. Okay, so whatever this process is there, it is to identify for the classical body. Okay, for identifying the new body, you have the another process. You have the different way how to identify the new body. So if someone is asking you how to identify the body, what you can do for having the better impression, you can tell them that to identify the classical body, this is the process, and to identify the new body, I will tell you the process. Okay. Here, with the help of this process, you can identify the classical body. This is one way. This is the one way. You have another way as well. You can also go to AC84. Okay, go to the transaction AC84, and from there you can identify the body. /o AC84. Okay, come over here, and here somewhere go to this enhancement and business add-ins. Okay, definitions, and here you can see the body name, kernel based, classic weights. Two types of body. Here you can see separately they have given kernel baddies, classic baddies. Here you can just keep the package name. Okay, so in MM01, what is the package? So let's identify the package. We know from the two way we can identify the package. Let's have the simple way. AC93 MM01. Click on this OK button. This is the package. MG is the package. Come to this AC84 transaction. Give this package. Sorry. What it was, BG, MG. So give this MG over here, click on this F8 button, and you can see these are the body it is telling you over there, right, for that MG. But here you are having, these many body. So this is actually the best way to identify list of all the body which comes into the picture, which will come into that particular flow. Here you can see there are only 3 it is showing, but this is also one of the way where generally we can go and check it out. Okay, so you can tell this, but it is showing 3 only, right? Implementation also can be seen over here. What are the implementation, right? Customer exit, I told you that customer exit also you can identify from the AC84. So this is another way, but the most recommended way, the one which we have used. From there you will come to know all the possible BADI. Okay, so the second way is from using AC84. Similarly, AC85 is also there. You can go to the SPRO transaction, right? AC84, AC85, SPRO. Okay. So if we're going to tell this one, it is going to have the good impression. Okay. But this is minimum you are supposed to tell. They are expecting this answer. Okay. This answer, the first answer. How to identify the new body? Here also it's giving the option to new body, right? Kernel based body is the new body. Give the from AC84 also you can go and you can put the package over here. This is the package. I think MG was the package name around this. Once you run only one body implementation, it is showing. Okay, I will show you one way. With the help of that, all possible bodies it will be able to show you. I don't know why it is not showing everything over here, but this is also one way. But the recommended way we'll just discuss under the new body section today itself. Okay, fine. We have some time still. We have time. We can do that. Come over here, and now so we have identified the body. Which body? This is the body material check. So now what you will do, you will go to AC18, select this body name, give this body material check, click on this display button, and I have to create the implementation. So from here also you can create the implementation. Click on this create button. Okay, click on this create button. This is one way. Another way which people will ask, means people will expect you to listen from you, the interviewer will be expected to listen from you, is that you have to go to the transaction SE18, SE19, SE19 BADI implementation. Okay, so if you go to this here and click on this implement and click on this create button, it will also take you to that transaction only. Okay, SE19 only, but here explicitly to implement the BADI, you can come to this transaction SE19, this one, and you can come over here and you can create the implementation. Okay, so this two transaction is very important. If you remember it, it will increase your confidence in the interview. SE18 to check out the definition, check out means to display the definition. Okay, and SE19 means to implement the BADI. So to implement the BADI, we'll have to go to SE19, and to display the BADI, we'll have to display the BADI definition, we'll have to go to SE18. Okay, this is also one important, very important. So SE18 we have already seen everything. Now we have come to SE19, and here you can see it is telling about new BADI, right? And this section is telling edit implementation. Okay, the second section is for the create implementation, and I'm going to create the classical BADI. Okay, BADI material check, click on this create button and give the name of the implementation ZMB20 apt APR demo. Okay, demo division I'm going to mark that mandatory, so I've just given division test or demo implementation. Any valid name we can give, and you can see implementation will not be called because it's inactive. So this is not only the way you'll have to do, what you will have to do, that you will have to create the class. You can see the name of the implementing class, and in this class you are going to write the code, and this class is going to use this particular interface, and all the method of the interface will be there in this particular class, right? We have learned that one, right? Click on, and you can double click over here, double click on this. It will ask that this, do you want to save? Yes, I want to save, and it will ask to create this particular class. Okay, I'm just going to create that class, and it has created this class, right? And where to write the code? So these are the methods of this particular interface. What is the interface name under that BADI? This one, interface CX BADI material check. This is the name of the interface. Okay, under the interface section, you can see that automatically this interface has come over here under this class. Okay, so a kind of polymorphism we are going to achieve with the help of BADI implementation technique, and our code will be also called, right? Come to this method once again and click on this check data, and we know that our value is going to come under this WMARA parameter. So very simple code it is, and real-time example as well. It is not like that only the complex requirement comes into the real time. Most of the time we are going to have simple requirement. Very rare time you will get the complex requirement. If your concept is good, it is very easy to implement. So if WMARA-S part is blank, that means is initial. In that case, what you will have to do, that you have to display the message, okay, that please enter the division field. Please enter the division. Okay, and it depends on you if you want to display the information message or or you want to display the error message. Okay, if you give the error message, you will not be able to go ahead without giving the division. I'm just going to give this as a error message. Activate this. You can see the CPA or this class method is going to be activated. And here one thing you can observe that all this interface, all this method is there, right? One thing we'll have to note it down and very frequently ask the question in the interview that, very frequently asked question in the interview is that they will ask you, is it important to activate all the method in a BADI implementation? BADI implementation means that means in the class. In the class, do you have to activate all the method? You'll have to tell yes, we have to activate all the method. Otherwise, it will give you the error. Okay. So what I will do, check data already I have activated, right? Again, you can go to this second method and it is showing inactive. Once again, just to activate it. No need of writing any code, but just you will have to activate. Okay. So once again, just activate this one. So what I will do, I will select all this method in one go. Okay, all this method which is not activated. Okay, and everything which is which I'm able to see in terms of my demo division, everything I have selected in one go, and I'm going to activate. Okay, and everything is activated now. So your question will be like this: under BADI implementation, is it important to activate all the methods of the implementing class? Your answer should be yes. Then they will ask why. Then you can tell that it will give the error. It will not allow further to go ahead. Okay. If you don't activate all the method, if we don't activate all the methods, it will give the error. Okay. It will give the error. It will tell that some of the method is not implemented. It will tell that all the methods should be implemented. Implemented means activated. Implementation in the sense all the methods should be activated. Activated means it's implemented, though it's blank, but if we're going to make it active, that means it is implemented. Okay. It will tell that some of the methods are not implemented. Okay. So this is what you will have to remember. Okay. This is the question, and this is your answer. Okay. Now we'll write the code. We have already written the code, right? We have already written the code. I will put the breakpoint over here, and this time we will go and try to see if it is getting called or not. Okay. So go to this mm01, yeah. Can any one of you tell me that implementation will be called or not? Okay. That implementation will be called or not? Any one of you can tell me that particular implementation will be called or not? Okay, so it should be called. It should be called, but it will not be called. Okay. End method, check data. The earlier, this is not my class, right? You can see the earlier class, another person class place I have put the breakpoint. There it is getting stopped. It is not the mine one. Let me close some session and I will tell you why it is not getting called. It is very simple to identify. If you can just try to identify, you will be able to do so. You can give one more try. Just you can think why it is not getting called. Any another guess from any other person? Any other guess? You can see that this is the earlier one. I'm just going to remove from there. So whatever the implementation is there, all the implementation will be called. You can see the other person has created Y class. We have created the Z class. It is not that one. I have written the code. It is not the code over here. Why mine one is not getting called? Okay. The reason behind the mine one is not getting called because I have not activated the implementation. I have just told you that implementation should be activated, right? So go to AC18 or AC19. In AC18 from here also you can go and activate the implementation, right? Go to this implementation, display the implementation, and this is the one which we have created. You can see that it is in bluish color, something like that. It is not in yellow color. Bluish color means implementation is not activated, means it is switched off. You can see that implementation will not be called. Inactive. Why? Because it is inactive. Okay. So all the methods should be also activated, and here implementation of the body should be also activated. It is not like that. If we are going to implement all the method and activate it over there, automatically here it will be activated. No. Here also you'll have to come and you will have to go into the change mode and you'll have to activate this implementation. Once you activate this implementation, now your code will be called. Okay. Now your code will be called. So what you will do, go to mm01 and this time it should be called. It must be called. Okay. Come over here and give this test base unit of measure something and give the division. Here I'm not going to give any division. Click on the save button and you can see that this is our code, right? It's getting called at this point of time. And because this is initial, right, it will give you this particular message. I'm pressing F8 and you can see that please enter the division. It is not going ahead because the message type is E. Okay. So once again it is coming. So what you will have to do, that you can go to /n once again mm01. Okay, and now go to this basic data, and this time we are going to give this particular value division. I'm going to give any division, any valid division, and if I'm given this time, this will not give any error message, right? Because this if condition will be false, so it will come out, and this time it has created this particular material. So this is how you can implement the body. This is how you can implement the body. Okay. If you have any question over here, feel free to ask. This is very important concept. Now new body. Any question? Any doubt? Anything if you want to discuss, please feel free to discuss. Okay. So the new body or kernel body. This is what. How do they identify the new body? So to identify the new body, what we'll have to do, put the dynamic breakpoint, put the dynamic breakpoint on get body. Okay, put the dynamic breakpoint on the get body keyword. This is the keyword. How to implement the, how new body is implemented, how new body is implemented, how the implementation is called under the new body. Okay, how the implementation is called under the new body. Okay, so for that there is a syntax called call body. Okay, how the new body is called, how the implementation of new body is called, how the implementation of new body is called in the program. New body means the kernel body. It's very fast. So here, this question is generally not so much important, but this is good to know using the call body. Okay. So if you just tell that, this particular point, the interviewer will understand that this guy is having the good knowledge. Okay, it will have the positive impression, right? So the new body or kernel body, how to find this one? Put the dynamic breakpoint on get body and list out all the bodies. List out all the bodies. Okay, and how the implementation of new body is called in the program using the call body. This is not important. The first one is important while identifying. Okay, the second one is important only when, if you want to, if you want to create your own body in your program, then this get body and call body is going to be important, right? Okay, so come over here, put the dynamic point on the gateway and list out all the badges. That's fine. Come over here and we are going to do, and other everything is going to be the same. Okay, so just forget at this point of time this particular things. If you are getting confused, this is how SAP has called. That's why I'm trying to tell in the program. And if they are going to write this call body, automatically all the implementation and class is going to be called. Okay, so here to identify the new body, you have to list out by this way, and once we identify in the same way as we have done for the classical body, we have to do all the things. That's it. Okay, so just the identification process is different, other thing is going to be the same from our perspective. Go to SC, go to the MM01. For MM01, I want to just check out the new body. Okay, press enter, click on this basic data or whatever you want to do, some value I'm going to select, and because I have given this time that body is implemented, so every time we will have to give this division. So what I will do that I will deactivate that body after this class. Okay, so go into the debugging mode, click on this save button and go to this breakpoint and put the dynamic breakpoint at statement, what, get body, and press enter. Okay, so what I did, I went to this breakpoint at and breakpoint at a statement. Okay, and then I pressed F8. Then I press F8. So wherever the get body will be there, it will be triggered. So here you can see the get body, L underscore body. You can see its initial. Press F6. Once you press F6, it will tell you the name of the body. Come over here, and this is your body name. Just note it down. In the same way, you'll have to note it down as how I have done over here. And whichever body you feel is going to fulfill your requirement, okay, that body. So if somebody were not going to get under the classical body, you can go and search in the new body. You may get the new body, some valid new body, or you can just simply Google it out. Most of the things you are going to get from Google itself. Okay, Just you should know how to do it. If in case you are not going to get it, you will have to do like this. Why I'm telling about the Google? Because the thing will be more faster from there. So someone has already done the research and they have written over there, so you are going to avoid your ball. But you should know, in case if something is not over there, you should also know how to do it. Okay, so all this body I'm going to note it down. I have noted it down. Some of the bodies similarly you'll have to note down all the body. Once you note down all the body, and if you see some body is relevant for you, so how you can identify if some body is relevant or not? We have just seen that. First, let me note down all the body. So you can see that this is the filter dependent body. The filter is passing from here, right? This filter is passing from here. Okay, and this is my body is getting called now, right? No problem. Press F8, get body, F6, L underscore body. This body, multiple times this body is coming, no problem. So I'm not going to note down every time. And you might be thinking that sometimes it is coming to the catch exception. Why? It is trying to find this body, but this body is still not defined. That's why it is coming to this catch exception. Okay, so the one which is coming to the catch exception, we don't have to bother about that new body. Maybe in future release of the SAP that will come into the picture. Okay, so here one more body is there. So like that we will have to identify the body. So you will get some list of body in this way. I'm just going to press F8. I'm going to remove this breakpoint. Some 2 or 3 will more get, or 4 or 5, like that you will get. I'm going to remove that particular dynamic breakpoint, and I will show you the next process how you can do. So deactivate this dynamic breakpoint or delete from here, save it and press F8. So you the next 2 or 3 will more get. So you will get some list. Here one more body is there. So like that we will have to identify the body. So you will get some list of body in this way. I'm just going to press F8. I'm going to remove this breakpoint. Some 2 or 3 will more get, or 4 or 5, like that you will get. I'm going to remove that particular dynamic breakpoint, and I will show you the next process how you can do. So deactivate this dynamic breakpoint or delete from here, save it and press F8. Okay, so I'm going to take, again it's coming. I have deactivated, I think it was not deactivated. Remove this, press F8. Okay, so now come to this SE18 once again. Come to this SE18 once again, and here body material underscore OD. You will have to choose the first option now, because this is the new body. New body will be categorized under the enhancement spot. So all the implicit enhancement, explicit enhancement, new body will come under this enhancement spot. Okay, paste it over here. The under the enhancement spot, click on this display button, and you can see that it is opening like this. If you will try to open over here, you will not be able to see this particular body material underscore OD under the classical body. Okay, the definition name is there. So I think with this name also the classical body and the new body both is present. Okay, but generally you will not be able to see if it is not present, because with the same name both the body is present. That's why it is showing. So no worries. This is also you can see that I have put the body name over here, but it is opening which one? It is opening under the enhancement spot. It's not giving any error or something like that, but earlier it was not able to search if I'm going to put it over here. So maybe this is the later version or some latest version. So it's able to identify that even if we're going to put it over here, it's automatically taking you over here and it's showing you. Okay. So why body T130F? Okay, there it's not showing, but here it's showing under the enhancement spot. Okay, the enhancement spot name is the different, that's why it is. So whatever the body you have, there is a possibility that their enhancement spot name is going to be the different. So for that purpose, maybe we can give under this body name, and if the different and if the proper enhancement spot name is there, it will automatically take you over there. Okay. So here we can see that this enhancement spot is here. So I think better to check from both the option. If it is not showing over here, you can try once with this option. Okay. And now you can see here also you have the interface. This is the interface, right? Under the new body, this is the interface. And if you want to implement this one, you can do the implementation as well by going to the SC18 transaction, right? By going to the SC18 transaction, SC19 transaction slash so SC19 in the same way as we have done. So go to this create implementation, new body, and you'll have to give the name of the enhancement spot. It is asking the name for the enhancement spot, not the body name. So you will give the enhancement spot name, click on this create button. Body is internal SAP implementation and customer namespace is not allowed. You can see that this is the SAP body. This is the SAP internal body. If you go to this attribute, it's a telling that implemented at SAP only. This can be used only by the SAP. So if some of the body, if we are able to see that if it is kind of multiple use, okay, then what you can do that we can go and create in the same way as we have done earlier, right? So one more body we have this is also their body material OD. Let's go and check its attribute. So come over here, Control V, display, give over here this enhancement spot. I'm looking for this body, new body. Go to this attribute, and implemented at SAP only is not ticked over here. That means we can use it. We can also use it. Okay. So come over here and give this and click on this create. Yeah, it's giving enhancement implementation. You remember when we were creating the implicit enhancement, there also such kind of option it was coming, right? So all implicit, explicit, this new body comes under the enhancement spot. That's why it is showing like this. So Z new body, ZMB 0, ZMB 28 APR, new body demo, and then we'll give some description and click on this OK button, local object. And here the body implementation name you will have to give ZMB 28 APR, and this is the body implementation name. That was the enhancement implementation. You can see the enhancement implementation. This is the body implementation, right? The implementation class Z, some class name you can give, whatever the class name you will give. Automatically this class will be created, and there you can write the code, whatever the code is there. Click on this OK button. Okay, we'll have to select the body definition. So select the body material OD, right? Click on this OK button, local object. And then what you will have to do, that you will have to write the code under the class. Go to this implementing class, go to this, double click on this implementing class. You will come over here and you will have to identify under which method you will have to write the code. So you know how to identify the method where you have to write the code. Okay, just you will have to put the breakpoint and you will have to analyze the parameter, and you'll have to check the value, and based upon that you will have to decide where you want to write the code. Okay, so in the same way as we have done the in the same way as we have done the, so here what's telling, interface name has not yet been, okay, that's fine. If I want to implement this one, I want to go inside this, go into the change mode actually. Okay, now you will be able to go inside and you can put the you can write your code in the same way as we have done earlier and activate everything. You'll have to activate everything. Okay, and here also your enhancement you must have to activate by clicking on this enhancement, then only its implementation will be called, otherwise it will not be called. Okay, so the implementation is important. Implementation is implemented and activation is also implemented, right? With this, we will stop our today's class. The BADI concept is over. If you have any further question, please feel free to ask. Okay, and let's go to the assignment part. Okay.
So, hello, sir. So
Yes,
kindly
yes,
upload
Adarsh.
all videos because still not videos of
Yes,
previous
yes, yes,
classes.
yes. Sorry. Yeah, I will do. I was not getting time. I was busy in some another work. I will upload it today. All the videos I will upload.
Okay, okay, sir.
So the assignment what you will have to complete is so the assignment, under this assignment, activity 1, the same activity you can perform, or what you can do, you can again go to the XD01 and try looking over their body and try to implement your requirement with the help of body. That you can do, or else what you can do in the material itself, how I have done over here. So while creating the material, while creating the material, validate the material group field. Okay, material group field. So you will have to just show some message that if this particular material group is not filled, then you cannot create, or you can just give the information message. Okay, so while creating the material, validate the material group. So like that you will have to this is validate the material group using the BADI option, using the BADI. So what you will do, the first step, list out all the BADIs, list out all the BADIs. Same BADI you will have to use there also, BADI material check. There also you will get some value in some parameters. Just you have to check for the material group, which is the technical field. MATKL should be the technical field name. So list out all the BADIs, then check which is relevant for you, and then implement the BADI. Okay, do this one. Then what's the difference between what is the difference between old BADI and new BADI? Okay, just write down it answer and share. So thank you very much others for sharing all the answer. It's very good really. It's very good. You are doing very good job. It's really very good. Now what you can do that, what is the steps need to be followed to identify the classical body. In interview, they will ask simply body. Okay. So what you can do, you can segregate, you can tell for the old body, this is the process, and for the new body, this is the process. Okay. Identify the old body and new body. So I'm just telling, identify the old body and new body, but interview, they will ask only body. So you can tell both the things. So they will be having, means your impression will be good enough. So these three activities just try to complete and share with me. And one thing more is that there is a very good website where what you can do that you can go and learn a lot of things about the body. sapcodes.com. sapcodes.com. If you want to create your own body in the custom, in the custom program, suppose if you are going to write some program and you don't want any other person to go and change your program, but what you want them, you want to give their one place where they can indirectly go and write the code, and their their enhancement will be called, means their code will be called. So that is possible in your code also. Generally it is not done, we don't do this kind of things in the real time for the custom code, for the custom program which we develop starting with Y or Z. But if you want just for testing purpose or something, like to understand how SAP has done this kind of things, then all these things you can go and learn under this enhancement chapter of this sapcourse.com. See here, so many nice things you will be able to understand, right? You can just go and learn this one. I will put it into the WhatsApp and here in the chat box also. You can go and see. So I will share in the WhatsApp. Okay. So here I feel this is a nice document they have created. Okay. So many another fallback body, another so many interesting things is there. Maybe I will prepare the separate video and I will share on the YouTube. Here I will not be able to cover. It's now my intention is to complete this course a little fast way. So where our group is 20. Yeah. So here you can go and learn. And then with this, let's stop our today's session and we will meet in the next class tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a nice day.